In the last few moments, Ethereum has just done something really exciting, which could mean that we are on our way to a big price target for Ethereum. In today's episode, we're going to look at the latest Ethereum news, which is getting more and more bullish, and there's a reason behind that. We're going to look at some market psychology, which is going to explain to you perhaps why we should be looking to buy and accumulate at these levels for Ethereum, as well as other cryptos, and much more. So make sure you stay around to the end to find out my Ethereum price production for today. So I brought you a video a couple of days ago about Ethereum when we were in this descending wedge pattern, and I did tell you that if we got up to these levels that we were unlikely to be breaking out, because we would probably need to see a bit more continuation down towards the downside. We do tend to see around 75% of the way through these patterns that we start to look to have a breakout. And as you can see, 100% probably being down here. We are probably due a move in the coming sort of 24 hours or so. And what has just happened right now in this area is extremely exciting for Ethereum. But before we look at that, let's just take a quick look at some of the Ethereum news for today. Okay guys, I'm not going to go into a huge amount of detail on the news. I just want you to start thinking about the sentiment that the news is talking about and what's really behind everything that moves the market. If you look through some of the news today, we've got Ethereum 2.0 contracts reach all-time highs. Obviously a very bullish piece of news. According to Glassnode on-chain analytics service, the total value of the deposits for the Ethereum 2.0 contracts has reached an all-time high of 8.8 million Ethereum. Okay, so obviously it's showing that there's more investment going into Ethereum. But what is it trying to do? Why is this news coming out? Basically, it's trying to get people to start buying. Okay, so it doesn't want people to sell anymore because the price is low, guys. The whales have all sold at the top. They've managed to start accumulating. They've finished accumulating. They now want people to start pushing the price up. So they're going to start to push much more positive news. And there's something I want to show you that kind of enforces this a bit. So take a look at this. Okay guys, this is the Wall Street cheat sheet. If you've been following my channel for a while, I've been talking about this quite often. Basically, what moves the charts is emotion, but the emotion is given to us through a variety of different things. All it is basically, guys, is about the whales or the big holders of any coin trying to move the price up when they've bought at the bottom and trying to move the price down when they've already sold at the top. So they create news stories, they create sentiment in the market, which allows these cycles to happen. Okay, so at the bottom, what a lot of people have been feeling, is probably a bit of anger, depression. It's been Christmas, probably people who are spending lots of money that maybe they thought that they could pay for with their crypto gains, but crypto has, obviously been suffering over this last couple of weeks, and it's got very boring. So things are going to start to pick up again, in my opinion. And that's why that we're now seeing these patterns happening on Ethereum. And this is when you want to pay attention, guys. Not when the market is up here in the euphoria phase, because that's when you lose money. Okay, you want to be not buying these big green candles, but waiting till the end of the big red candles. And that's when we want to look and buy, because that's when everyone else is panicking. And that's when we can potentially get in at the start of these cycles and start to sell towards the top. Also, more news coming in about Ethereum Strength over Bitcoin. Most people are holding a bit of Bitcoin, some Ethereum. Are you holding any Bitcoin? How much Ethereum, Bitcoin are you holding? Make sure you leave a comment down below. How much money are you basically putting towards altcoins, etc. Now, obviously, the reason for this, guys, is Bitcoin has obviously got a huge market cap and is obviously going to be going up over time, but the potential gains available on Ethereum perhaps much bigger. Obviously, with Ethereum still developing things exciting in terms of news coming out about Ethereum, which obviously aid the price development over time. So things are looking very positive. But if we have a breakout soon for Ethereum, which I think is very likely, that we're going to see something really crazy going on with the Ethereum price. So let's take a look now at the Ethereum chart. Now this is on the 4 hour for the Ethereum price, guys. Most of the time when we see these descending wedges towards the downside, they do break towards the upside. So we get lower lows, lower highs. There's an overriding majority of the time that they break towards the upside. Now, obviously, if we get rejected, we then will come down lower, okay? And then that provides us potentially with a new buying opportunity. But because of this pattern that we're seeing here, actually, I think that we are due to break out in the very near future, okay? So if we can see on this chart, guys, we can see somewhat of a W pattern. And you can see that we've broken through these key levels, which is the neckline for the W pattern. Now, we have come back and tested around these levels here. We did have these wicks before, and ultimately we would like to see a bit more volume entering and a bit more of a push towards the upside. But the price target for this little pattern here is going to be something like $4,042. Guys, is not the most exciting. But what this actually means for Ethereum is much bigger than that $4,040. And the reason for that, guys, is it unleashes this pattern here. Okay, so what we can see then is that we take from this swing high previously down to the previous low, at the end of this down, or sorry, the most recent low, and then we bring it to a potential breakout position, that's then going to bring us all the way above at $5,000, up to around $5,100. And actually what we will then likely see is we will once again move into price discovery mode. And as we move into price discovery mode, guys, we then have another target to fulfill, which is all the way up here at the 1.618, because that's usually our price target once we have a clean breakout towards the upside. Now, it could potentially go even higher than that. We've seen Solana, various other cryptos absolutely booming towards the upside. If we look back to times before, guys, where we've had a bit of a peak, a bit of a cool off, and then suddenly bang, you know, this is when we have these huge moves up. This one moved from $1,500 and it went up all the way to $4,400. Okay, so in terms of percentage increases, that's the significant moves we like. Okay, so if we were taking a move to the 1.618, so initially the price target, for my price target, would be a 33% increase on Ethereum, which is pretty huge in my opinion, given the size of the market cap. But potentially if we hit the 1.618, which is always a likelihood, once we break through all-time highs, then we're looking at a 48% gain, nearly 50% return. So super exciting, guys. Ethereum is looking really bullish. I think the news, the sentiment in the market, the feeling is kind of approaching a time when we can start to get very excited. Obviously, guys, things can always happen that it throws a spanner in the works. Okay, so never risk any more money than you can afford to lose, and always go away and do your own research, because I'm not a financial advisor. Guys, if you enjoyed this content with a bit more market psychology as well as news, etc., then please hit the like button. And if you're new to the channel and you haven't already, make sure you smash that subscribe button to be kept up to date with all the latest happening in crypto. Hope you've had a great day. See you again soon. Bye bye.